So I really wanted to wait a couple days to talk about this in general. I know I've been saying some other stuff in Inklings and some other videos, but you guys know why we're here. The ABK deal was denied by the CMA over in the UK for cloud gaming. And people actually want to know my thoughts on it. I've already told you guys multiple times. I literally don't care. I literally don't care if the deal gets canceled or passed at the end of the day. For me, it seems like it's a distraction for other things to come down the road. That's what it is to begin with. But I do see the value in it going through. And I don't see the downside. I literally don't see the downside that it wouldn't go through. It was, to me, it was streamlined to go through. Bottom line, plain and simple, it was streamlined to go through. But something in this past couple while just switched. It was like a flip of switch. It was it's kind of weird. I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird. But ultimately, my thing is this: I want the deal to be gone, either go through or be completely done before I made a video on it. And at this point in time, I don't think it's gonna go through. In general, the thing is, what I don't understand is people are mad at Microsoft. Like I say all the time, people are mad at Microsoft for actually using their strength. Microsoft's strength is money. That's their strength. You can call a spade a spade. Their strength is money. You know, it makes the world go round. It makes the gaming world go round. Everything's increasing. That's what they do. Their strength, at the end of the day, is money. When they use said money to get a publisher, let alone Activision Blizzard, the whole thing, everything was fine. Everything was fine until cloud gaming. What is that, dude? Everything was fine until you see cloud gaming come into the mix. Okay, Microsoft, everything was fine, but when they wanted to get into cloud gaming, now everyone wants to see a problem with it. Because there's no one that's doing it. No one's doing a better job. Xbox is killing it in cloud right now. The guy at Activision Blizzard, they would have killed it some more. That's the whole issue. That is the main issue. They would have killed it with that. Hey, it is what it is. It used their strength. It was denied. You know, that point blank. It is what it is. What I don't know what they can do right now. They can either appeal and we can have this shit drawn out for another year or two, maybe another month. Let's just fast track this. Let's get this shit over with so we can move on and talk about other shit. I made so many videos on this early on. I don't want to make another one again. I really don't. I cannot stand covering this anymore. I don't. It's, hey Ray, what do you think's going on, David? Dude, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Like, it's such, like, I see both points on both sides, but how can you differentiate who's right in the end of the day? Who's right? Who's right? Microsoft using their money to get a company so they can actually compete with Sony. Because like I said, Sony stocks are up, people. Sony stocks are up. If they don't want to stay on the top, that's why they denied it. Let's quit bitching about it. You guys know what it is. You guys know for a fact what it is. This is like, okay, it's brilliant. They're technically doing their job to deny it. Because you know why they denied it? Because they would have been forced to do better. They would have been forced to do better. That's why they denied it. Microsoft has always been third place. I don't think they'll be first place once if they got ABK. I don't think so, because there's still methods to it. Because if they can come up with their pipeline of games, that'll make them first. If they come up with a pipeline of games, you know, what the one problem is, it's like Microsoft Activision Blizzard has all these studios up under them that's supporting Call of Duty. Call of Duty is way too powerful. As a whole IP, Call of Duty is way too powerful. Like, they got, what I read earlier, they have 15 to 20 studios. Literally 15 to 20 studios working on Call of Duties. Warzone, and then the next Call of Duty. And then the Call of Duty after that. The support studios working on that. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, nah, we don't need that, dude. I get it, man. If you have the fan base to release Call of Duty, you guys can get the brunt of working with Microsoft and help them do that, you know. Microsoft's thing is they got to get the games out. That's their goal. That's the main plan that I see that Microsoft wants to do. They want to get that goal out so they can get their games. That's it. You know, and Activision Blizzard would help their pipeline. You know, it'll be technically first party. They can have those games in the high dollar blockbuster titles and come out later on. But hey, it was denied. You know, that goes into my next point. Where can Microsoft go now if the deal is officially over? Is it officially over? Like I said, maybe. I believe it is. I don't think it should be, but I think it is, honestly. But what can they do? People want to say that you can use that $70 billion to invest in your own studios. Okay, people, if you're saying that, invest in your own studios, what could you do to invest in your own studios? What? Give them better equipment? Give them better equipment? They already got the money. Give them better equipment. Hire the talent. Okay, where's the talent? Who's actually good enough to actually use these consoles and PC specs to the best? Who is it? Let's keep it a buck. You invest in these studios, but where's the talent? You say, oh, you can go job searching around for some people. Can you though? Can you though? Like, honestly, you guys always say invest in your studios, but what's your solution? What's your damn solution? Like, for real. What does invest in studios entail? At the end of the day, it's talent. It's talent. You can't name, you can barely name any of the skillful talent at Microsoft. You have some Q names in Sony and Nintendo. We use that $7 million to buy them off. No, those people are loyal. Those people are loyal. You know, like, there's so many avenues this thing can go around and talk about investing in studios. It's like, you can spend money for this, but you downgrade this stuff. You can spend money on this, you can downgrade on this stuff. There's levels to it, man. I'm trying, like, simplifying it. At the end of the day, it's talent. You know, you can hire some people, you can train some people, you do some shit, you know. But Microsoft wanted to take the easy way out because honestly, they had no choice. To be honest with you. But you people are gonna say, oh, it's Microsoft. You're a $1 trillion company. You have a choice. You can afford to sit back and learn from your mistakes. Man, you guys don't know the damn near end of it, man. Let alone Sony. You guys don't know. Microsoft could be in dire straits, but we wouldn't know. We wouldn't. Same with Sony. Heck, I read an article a while ago about Sony. Like, Spider-Man is the only game that's mainly coming out this year that's AAA. Only fucking game. The rest of the year. Only game. I don't see you ragging on it because you know why? Sony stocks are up, people. Sony's stocks are up. And again, if you stayed this long before you say I'm an Xbox fan, no, I'm not an Xbox fan. I'm not a Sony fan, nor am I a Nintendo fan. I play everything. Everything equal. If the game interests me, it's good. And again, just to poke fun of you, no, I don't play Horizon. It's boring to me. I can't fuck with it. No matter how many times I play it, can't get into it. That's besides the point. Anyway, back to the topic. We don't truly know how bad straits Microsoft is with Game Pass and everything. We've already got confirmation that a while ago on Twitter, Sony, people aren't buying their games. They don't want to spend $70 on brand new games on the PS5 or PSVR 2. That matter. PSVR 2 is dead now. Dead. Waste of hardware. I don't see you guys complaining about that. But you know it is. People aren't buying money. People aren't spending their money for new games for Sony. Only the exclusives. You see, that right there is what I told people. Sony single player. Sony sells best with exclusives. Everything else, they don't. But then again, people are going to talk about Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 is a damn good game. Damn good game. Final Fantasy 16 is the game that should be first party, but it's actually third party. But what I don't understand is, how is Square Enix third party, but it's also releasing their games on Nintendo? Yeah, they're not coming to Xbox because they're barred from coming to Xbox. I wonder why is that? I wonder why they're barred from Xbox since they work with Sony. I wonder why. Don't know if it's the bottleneck of the consoles. Don't know if it's for a strict management schedule. I don't know if they want to or not, but Square Enix, you've been hurting. You've been hurting as well. Your games are flopping. You're bitching and complaining about sales, but you don't release the Xbox. And now you're doing an NFT push in your blockchain games like it's the future. You know what I mean? It ain't. It's like, there's a lot of avenues, man. Like, this turns out for the ABK deal with the tangents to other things, ultimately. Or just to me, be my general thoughts, me ranting about stuff. You know, like, I don't like holding back when I talk. Sometimes, let me just go on and rant. If I talk about some inclinations and things, I'll talk about some inclination things. You know, let's just think it all has a meaning. You know, like I said, it all depends on talent with Microsoft. You just have to cultivate that talent. That's the ultimate thing down the line, what they want to do with that money. They want to buy. Okay, how about this? When people find an issue, if Xbox uses that $70 billion, instead of buying Activision Blizzard, they take out the head honchos, all the top studios from that, instead of Activision Blizzard in general. But you have a problem with that. It's all under Activision Blizzard, but they bought each individual studio to begin with. Would you like that? Probably not. You know, it's either or. It's either or. It's the same situation, different method. They bought the talent. It's just not Activision Blizzard. The fact that it was Activision Blizzard was the issue. That was the issue. Because Sony and everyone else is so heavily invested in Activision Blizzard that they assume it'll hurt the market share, even though other government officials, other news sources, other creators, even the developers and the companies themselves said it wouldn't. I don't know, man. This deal is kind of, ultimately this deal is kind of sketchy. And like I said, I don't care if it goes through or not. But does it come to this console? Comes to the next console. Once it doesn't come here, it also comes to PC. So you guys have to have your options open. You can't just be one particular company over and over and over again. You can't do that anymore. Hey, it is what it is, man. If you want to play Tears of the Kingdom, you gotta play Nintendo. If you want to play Final Fantasy 16, you gotta play a PlayStation. If you want to play Starfield, yeah, I gotta say Starfield. I gotta rock the merch, man. That's my bread and butter. If you want to play Bethesda games, you gotta play an Xbox or PC. PC Master Race, people. PC Master Race. You guys would say PC Master Race, but your ports are shitty. I've been seeing the articles, man. Your ports are shitty. But I don't know, man. At the end of the day, it's all nuance. It's just ranting and raving, you know. Just get everything. For being a stickler. I get having a standard, but your standard is actually hurting yourself. But hey, man, you have that option, so do I. But I don't know where Xbox can go through this, man. Investing in your studios is a good idea, but what does that entail? You know. But if this deal does fall flat on its face, like I said before, Xbox is gonna be pissed. They're gonna start going way worse. Way worse than what they're doing now. This is just a big chunk. They can do some backdoor ways, and I already see some methods that I'm thinking that they're gonna do. Who knows, man? Get the head honchos. Forget Activision Blizzard. Get the studios that's actually making these games, and then they'll just completely bar them. They'll just bar them from freaking Sony. Like, honestly, man, at this point, Sony has come up with such a stank from their fan base, bro. They are burning so many fucking bridges. Like, honestly, man, like they're even talking about even canceling UK for Activision Blizzard. Thing is, you can't stop them at that point. Sony has backdoor deals. So does Microsoft have backdoor deals. I don't know, man. It's just a couple thoughts I had in my mind. This video was ultimately about the CMA thing is canceled. But this should be the state of gaming currently. Again, I had a video about this a while ago. But I don't know, man. All I know is I'm going to play my games on anything. Whatever happens, happens. I'll adapt. And I'll do what I think is right for my moral issues, you know. Honestly, the deal should have went through. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. But, ooh, man. Like I said earlier, way earlier in my other video, it's officially gone. Microsoft's about to go ham. They're about to go ham, man. No more being Mr. Nice, folks. This is getting ridiculous, man. All right, y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and peace. If there's some more gaming content.